graders, final part 3 of today, and when we are done with this, we will be done with 5L99, and you'll be ready to complete this homework assignment. There are 14 total problems on these pages 646 to 648, and remember, this assignment is due by 8 o'clock tonight, so make sure you get this guy done. Don't wait until the last minute, okay? And remember, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. All right, let's jump right in then. Okay, here we go. 5L99, this is about adding and subtracting whole numbers and decimal numbers. Now, this is something that we just practiced last week with the color sheet, with the pie thing, where you got to color it. What is the most important thing to remember when you are adding and subtracting decimal numbers? Lining up the decimal point and then filling in the placeholder zeros where the missing numbers are. So let's take a look. So the most important thing is when adding and subtracting whole numbers, decimal numbers, is always to line up those decimal points. Use zeros as placeholders and put a decimal point to the right of any whole number. So for example, this right here, they have 3 1/10 plus 4 3500ths plus 7. So you would write down the 3 decimal point 1 and then add a 0 to the end, then 4 decimal point 35, then 7 decimal point 700, like $7. Then add it all up, and then the final answer is 14 4500ths. We've got 3 examples here. Again, like in the last lesson in 5L98, you can read the examples that are in your book and some of the lesson part that's in there, just in case you're still a little bit confused, but I think this is kind of easy. This one I think is a little, I'm going to skip it for right now. All right, so they just have this carpenter who lines up these numbers and he adds, and then the final answer was 5 inches. He left it as 5 decimal point 0 inches, but it's always best to take off that decimal point in that 0 when it is just a whole number, kind of like rounding it to the nearest whole number. Okay, example 1. So remember, on your math notebooks, so we're at 5L99, and this is example 1. We've got 3 examples here. In a science experiment, the scientists placed food at the end of a short maze and placed a mouse at the beginning of the maze. The scientists timed how long it took for the mouse to reach the food. Then the scientists repeated the experiment 3 times. The mouse's times were 6 2/10 seconds, 4 2500 seconds, and 3 seconds. What was the total elapsed time of the 3 trials? So what they're asking you to do here is, of course, to add these 3 times. So we write down 6 2/10 seconds. Then put in your decimal point 4 2500 seconds. And then the last one is 3. And you do not want to put that 3 right there because it is 3 seconds, not 3/100ths of a second. You're going to want to put that 3 there, put the decimal point here, 0, 0, fill in those zeros, add it up. 0 plus 5 plus 0 is 5, 2 plus 2 plus 0 is 4, 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 3 is 13. So we've got 13 4500 seconds. So that is the total elapsed time for example 1. Example 2. This is talking about a computer that began a complex task 8 minutes ago needs 24 6/10 minutes altogether to complete the task. In how many minutes will the task be complete? So, example 2. It began its project 8 minutes ago, kind of like I'm waiting for these things to download from YouTube right now, but it needs 24 6/10 minutes altogether. So we've waited 8, and we want to find out how many more minutes will it take for it to complete. So we're going to write down 24 6/10, and we're going to subtract 8 minutes from it. Now remember, this is 24 minutes and 6/10 minutes. So we're not going to subtract the 8 here. No, that would be 8/10 of a minute. We're going to put the 8 here, decimal point 0. Subtract 6, decimal 1. So 16 minutes and 6/10 of a minute. So that would be the answer for that. And then we've got one more example. It says, which digit in 4 6500ths is in the same place as the 2 and 12? So take a look at this. Let's write this down. 4 6500ths says, which digit in this is in the same place as the 2 in 12? So circle that. Which digit? Well, let's put in that decimal point in that 12 and see where the decimal point would go. Right here. Put that there. So which digit in 4 6500ths is in the same place as the 2 in 12? It would indeed be the 4 because it is in the ones place. All right, so now let me erase those. And that was our final video. And so I just want to remind you, I'm sending you these rocket sheets home. I'm attaching that to the email that I sent to your parents earlier. And what's cool about this is if you've downloaded the app, and the 17. If you scan these using the Rocketbook app, the QR code and the Shamrock will automatically send it to my email address if your parents have set that up to go to my email address. And so, I think Mrs. Lamp is using the bell. So remember, when you are writing out your homework, be sure to write out your first and last name. And make sure that you do that in here. So I would write down Jennifer Terry, and then write down your number. Mine is 22, and I'm in 6B, so you would write down whether you're in 5B or 5A, and then write down the assignment. So 5L99, and then remember to fold your paper into a hot dog fold, and write your number down here again, 22, and send that to me. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're wearing green today. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and email me if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye, guys.